Welcome back to Celebrity Radio. It's Alex Belfield talking to some of my favourite people and some of the country's biggest stars. And comedian Hal Cruttenden is certainly one of them. He's been touring the UK for years and years and years, and recently shot to glory on the Royal Variety performance and, of course, live at the Apollo as well, where he absolutely nailed it. Hal, great to talk to you.
Lovely to speak to you.
What's your life like? I mean, you're going on a tour now. Before then, I mean, it's been a tough career. Comedy is not that sexy unless you're Michael McIntyre, is it?
No, it's not. And I've done my time. I've been around quite a while doing, I was in the clubs a long time. So these are the glory days.
Do you know what I love about you? You've got a tremendous warmth and your act is so polished. It's refreshing to see someone who's sort of got old school ethics with a modern feel. It's very rare.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. That's very nice of you. Do you know what I find? I think the longer I go as a comic, the more honest I get, and that's what I'm happiest about in this show. Is that you can still be funny about subjects that get very, very serious in life, but also the rule. It's like what's that thing that they say about poetry? It's like blank verse is like playing tennis with the net down. I think the rule in comedy is you can do everything. You can talk about anything, be as interesting as you want, but you have to keep the punchlines coming.
Yeah.
You have to still be funny. You cannot. So I think I've tried to stop them because I do disappear up myself a bit sometimes. But that thing of that I think you've got to keep jokes. It's always got to be about the punchline at the end. And if you can make your point and have a good joke in there, to me that's the dream. That's the dream in comedy. I'm very pleased that my current tour show has that because I do some really serious subjects, but never stop keeping the laughter going. So yes, I'm very pleased with this.
Do you know what I love as well is your confidence on stage. You look so at ease, and I think a comedian that doesn't have that struggles. You seem to have mastered the art of making it look like you just stood in the pub with a few mates. That's a great skill.
Well, it is. It probably does. You know what? If you ever go down the Comedy Store in London, that skill is learned. I think it is. I recorded another live at the Apollo yesterday, which is for Christmas actually.
Wow.
And you get more nervous the more you do. It was my third one, and I went, oh, it's going to go well, and it went so well. But there is a way in which, I said to my agent afterwards, do I look tense? I don't really tense at the start. And he went, no, it's fine, you never look tense. But if you go down the Comedy Store on a Thursday, and you will have the established act there who walk on like, hello, how's it going? And you can tell the new act. They often won't say if a new act come on. The new act will do 10 minutes, and afterwards they'll go, wasn't that great? That was a 10-minute new act. But often you can tell they're new by the way they walk to the microphone.
Yeah.
It actually is that major a difference that you learn in comedy. This is terrible. I'm breaking the illusion, but you do learn in comedy to go, do not walk hurriedly, tensely to the microphone, take it off and go, hello, hello, and look too eager to please. You've got to be out there going, I'm relaxed, I'm at home here. I mean, the truth is, the longer you go as a comic, the longer you are at home. You're walking on the stage going, I know this stage, I know you, I know I'm going to make you laugh.
Yeah.
And it's that mindset that develops from doing this clubs over the years of going, I know I will make you laugh. So you won't, I'm not going to walk out here going, oh, this could go either way.
Yeah. On Sunday, I was at the Theatre Hall in Nottingham, stood in the wings watching Ken Dodd do his show at 87, and he says, even now, the audience is like a Rottweiler. You've got to have material, and you've still got to knock it out of the park, haven't you?
Oh, I've never seen Ken Dodd, and I wish I've got to see him. Because was it a 5-hour special?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he went on at 7. He started the second half at 10:30. I gave up and went home. Even my legs are exhausted.
Do you know, there is something wonderful about that, isn't there? A guy that just is, he just loves what he does.
Yeah.
He just so loves being on stage. And he's getting on. He's going to, suck the marrow out of life or whatever. He's doing as much as he can while he can. I think it's just inspirational. I think he's brilliant.
And unlike so many others, it's not about business. It's not about being a star. It is about standing on the stage and entertaining. And that's rare, isn't it, now?
Well, it is. But also, with all the things that we've got, everything online and telly and all the rest, live performance is almost becoming more valuable to people. The live experience is still something that people treasure.
Yeah.
They still will go out to see people on tour and see stars, because no show will be identical. I'm actually taking pictures of all my audience. I mean, that's a warning to anybody who comes to see my show.
Yes, dress up.
You're with somebody, you shouldn't be with. Because I run on, I do a little bit of at the end, I do an encore, even if they don't want one. I run on with my camera and I take a little selfie of me and the audience. I have a little record of all my audiences. And it's really nice. I put it on my Facebook page. And you go, oh, I remember him. Oh, we had some fun with them. Oh, that was that couple that I think it just had a row. And there's that kid I destroyed. And there's the old guy that I made. And it is different. Every night is different. Every place is different. Obviously, you've still got the structure of your show and you've still got things you want to get to and jokes that you want to do.
Yeah.
But that is why live performance is unique and why, fingers crossed, you can, if you stay good as a comic, you can keep doing it till you're 80, till you get it on.
I wonder whether it's about the quality of your material, because for you, when you did the Raw Variety, that was where we first really fell in love with you and realised you're a great comic. But when you nail it and do so well, you've got to come back with brand new material that's almost even better. There's a great pressure there, isn't there?
Yeah, there is. That is really hard. The way TV eats material is really hard, because you want to keep something, you have acts who used to keep their stuff for 10 years, and so you do. That's why I'm particularly pleased by my latest Live at the Apollo, which is all it's a step up, I think, for me. This last set I've done, because it was stuff that I really wanted to put on telly that was, I think, virtually all written this year. So that is the hard pressure, but that's also a pressure that's welcome, because you keep reminding yourself, going, I want to keep producing this because I want to stay where I am. I don't want to be. I don't want to still having to be going prove myself in little clubs, 6-7 times a week.
Yeah.
So yeah, it is. I remember saying that to Milton Jones years ago when Milton Jones had this big step up in his career, and I said, "What's changed, Milton?" He said, "I work twice as hard."
Yeah.
Because he particularly is. I mean, those one-liners, they're gone in a second, aren't they? He's so
stunning.
stripped down his jokes that he's got to be writing stuff every day to keep turning stuff out. It is tough, but the rewards are fantastic.
Yeah, and once you get famous, you never have to buy a drink again. Isn't it ironic? When you couldn't afford them, you had to pay, and now you're a star, you get everything free.
Exactly. Well, I'm not quite there yet. I want to get to that level. I was talking to Rob Bright, and he doesn't pay for his car. He does a corporate for a certain company and gets a lovely car every year. And the big stars don't pay for clothes.
No.
They get people go, oh, well, do your suit. There's Armani or Paul Smith or Burberry. These are multimillionaires. They can afford tailor-made suits. No, well, it's a dream, isn't it?
There's a great irony there, isn't there? And I suppose for you, coming from the clubs and really doing it the hard way, it wasn't like you won a talent competition or anything. You've learnt your craft. How bad was it at its worst? What was your smallest audience, and did you feel like killing yourself?
Well, obviously, I feel like killing myself. No, but I regularly. I had. I think I once did do a gig to one person. That wasn't even at Edinburgh. Edinburgh Festival's famous for doing one person. So there was a lunchtime gig. A guy was trying to set up. He went, "We've got a guy in, and he still wants to see it." Do you know what? I miss tiny audiences. This last Edinburgh I did. I sold out. I think virtually the whole run till my last Sunday. The last week it was like nearly sold out. I did Edinburgh shows 12 years ago. I remember this in 2003, and my best show, actually, I had a really great show to 8 people. I had 8 people in, and the bonding we had, the love people have for you when there's only 8 of them, and you go, let's do this, this is going to be fun, we're all invested in this. There's something very special about a tiny audience. I sometimes wonder, going, I wonder if the most special shows are 8 people. So maybe I shouldn't be doing publicity for this tour, aiming for tiny numbers and having some very special evenings. Because you really get to know everyone, and everyone's invested involved. But yes, no. The weird thing is, it's easier. The bigger the crowds get, the easier it gets. Usually, because that's the strange thing. There are some great comics who are managing to make 5 people laugh in back rooms of pubs. Admittedly, as soon as if they're really good at that, they will move up pretty fast. But some of the big stars that you see on telly would really struggle as the guy you see struggling in front of 10.
Yeah.
In your local club or the back room of the pub, everybody would struggle at that, especially when they don't know you. There is the recognition factor makes comedy easier. You are walking out to people going, "Oh, I know him. Oh, yeah, we know." Or they've bought tickets to come and see you. I noticed that. On this Apollo I did yesterday, that you walked out and you get a bit more of a cheer than you ever used to get, because people know you a bit more. And you go, "Oh, so the audience will give you a couple more minutes." to actually establish, to do, and people know you. So it's a great it's a great thing in that way. The bigger you get, the easier it gets. Weirdly.
For me, when I first saw you, I thought you were such a breath of fresh air. In a similar way, when the first time I saw Alan at the Comedy Store, when Alan Carr did his act, and you went, oh my God, this is somebody new, very different, and I wish you all the best because you so deserve to be a star. I guess for you, you're happy doing the stand-up, but would you like to get into hosting? Because it seems to me you'd naturally be a great game show host or chat show host or interviewer.
Do you know what? I was really scared of it, and I did a pilot that was last year, which we really thought was going to get made with a production company that went really, really well. And ever since I've done that, I've gone, oh, I quite like this. I quite like this with a bit of auto-cue and an earpiece and me in charge of the show. It is lovely hosting. There's a real feeling of, you control the show. When I'm you're guests on a TV show, you feel like it's not really yours. I'd love it. Yeah, when Graham Norton retires, I'll have that spot, thanks.
It can't be long, can it? I mean, he's been doing it 37 years. I mean, come on.
Oh, he's still a relatively young man.
He needs to get rid of that beard, though. I don't know what's going on there. I think Freud would have a field day with that.
But he looks like Papa Smurf. It's a lovely look.
You sort of want to put him on your mantelpiece, don't you? And sort of leave him there for Christmas.
That's a man who has genuinely such warmth.
Yeah.
And it comes across, doesn't it? Those great hosts, Graham Norton, Anthony Deck. And I know, this is like, they are really lovely people off screen. And I think it comes across, doesn't it? That they've just got a genuine warmth. I mean, Graham Norton just looks like everybody's having so much fun on this show.
Yeah.
I'm angling to get on that. I should say that in every interview I do until I can get on Graham Norton.
I'm sure you will. It's interesting. Comedy seems to me a mixed bag of sort of very peculiar, weird types, and then the normal types like yourself that are just very funny and have got a funny bone. It's a strange business, isn't it, when you stand in the back of a comedy club?
It is, yeah. But I don't know. I think we're all a little bit strange. I think to want to do it. I don't know. Life. First of all your other options haven't worked in life. Maybe that's one route to it. But I think it's quite weird to want to stand on stage and have that many friends. Because that's the feeling. When
very needy, isn't it?
Yeah, it's very needy, and you still walk off, and it's going home from. If you're doing a live at the Apollo, 3,500 people cheering you. It is. I don't know if it's good for you. Certainly, I came home last night. We did this. I shouldn't really be giving away trade secrets, but it's true. But I can do. We did a Christmas live at the Apollo, which was filmed in the afternoon yesterday. It's called Noel at the Apollo. Okay, it's a special Christmas one going on around Christmas time. I don't know if it'll be Christmas Day or Christmas Eve or something like that. And we filmed it during the day, so I was finished by 4:30. I went home, and my wife said, "Come to IKEA with me. We need to get stuff for the spare room that we're doing up." And I did walk around IKEA with her going, I don't think my wife understands that I'm a star.
Nothing more humbling than reality, is there?
Exactly. I go home from doing a gig where you get such applause and love, and you love the audience back so much, and your wife goes, you take the rubbish out, walk the dog, and you go, but you don't understand, I'm a very special person.
Good for you. Listen, I'm such a big fan. Hal Cruttenden is back on tour 2015-2016. Put Hal Cruttenden into Google and you'll find out all those tour dates and also see some of his clips from the marvellous appearances at the Palladium and, of course, live at the Apollo, where you truly did shine and nail it. Good for you. I really can't wait to see you live, Hal. You're a true star, and thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you very much, Alex. It's been fun. Thank you.